I think Summer and Attacker have done well at like securing rounds oftentimes, and the usual suspects in DanKing and BnTeT have kind of flown under the radar. That cannot afford to happen now, or else TYLOO, their adventure here at IEM Cologne in the play-in is done.
Double Julies, man. That's one way to go out with a bang at least. DanKing getting overwhelmed in middle, not great. Gets stuck out in the open. BnTeT going to try it from connector, missing some shots. They're getting closer with these Glocks. There's a lot of them. Do they want to fight for it? Slowly he's helping out with the Julies, and now they start to move up and pounce from behind. Oh my goodness, MIBR were not expecting that. The Julies raw to life, and 4 kills found from them. That's sickening. I think there was 5 Julie kills actually, because Attacker had a pair as well. That's so funny. 5 Julie kills, and TYLOO take the pistol.
I wish I could have a soundboard of you just saying in like full deadpan. That's so funny. Like
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's good though, man. Dually round.
I've never seen 5 Julie kills since, what, like Keto, like 3 years ago? And even that was 1 player, this was 2. But it will do, Harry.
Yeah, everyone also always references, I think it was Rez from Nip maybe, like, and his dually round, but I'm fairly certain he only got like 2 or 3 with the dualies and then just traded out to a real gun.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm a dually hater myself. But that's just me.
Well, it is just pistols here for MIBR, so a chance at a bit of a clean one for TYLOO. BnTeT looking to make some money. Oh, how he loves money. And he also loves dual Berettas. And he's got both of those.
Actually, all 3 of those.
Well, no, well...
Yeah, I guess Julie's the singular, but there are 2
because, like, you don't count genes as 2 things, even though there's an S at the end.
You got me there.
And, yeah, you know, like... But you
yeah,
but
there's
actually,
not 2 jeans, it's
no,
1
but I packed a...
Shoes? There are 2
shoes. If you said
shoes.
I packed a pair of jeans, how many jeans did you pack?
That's true. Is a jean 1 leg? And like half a crotch? Who wears a singular jean? You can wear 1 shoe, you can't wear 1 jean.
Yeah, I mean, that could be like the new thing. It's almost like a like a long skirt made out of jean, but just singular. And we call them Billie Jean.
Ah.
Boom. Buy them now. There's that second round up for TYLOO.
Yes.
And MIBR are now in with the big guns.
You're off the rails, Harry. Sorry, you're off the rail, Harry. Fast out mid for MIBR. Gonna smoke the first molly. Never the second, though. You don't want to use 2. It's very expensive, but it gets them a semblance of control before the flashes come in. And TYLOO are nice and passive anyway, DanKing on the bomb site. We've got 4 SMGs in round 2, and so they're all stacked down on lower, other than BnTeT and Con. So this is the hero M4 on the top side with a lot to do, but he's getting avoided right now on that long take. He's going to have to go back to regain some information. At what point did TYLOO get impatient? They've already pushed through Monster. They've cleared out a lot of the map. Flashed up for BnTeT, but that's not the gun for it, sadly. Nade might do it. Oh, it's close. Exit just bounds out of danger. And DanKing dies after 1 on the site. BnTeT has to win this fight, but he's so blind and gets backstabbed. They were very deep up on A, and with that rifle lost to the wind, MIBR have the A site.
Yeah, TYLOO are being kept out right now. And with only these SMGs on their bonus round, it's going to be rough to grind away back in. Now, there is a timing here for Attacker.
Oh!
That one's free.
Yeah, just about.
Flash on the short side. Oh, dear. This MP9 only got 10 bullets left. And he's getting wrapped from behind. He was pretty screwed, wasn't he? Slowly 1 versus 3 now. And might just want to think about saving this AK.
He can think about it, but it's not going to be... Oh, he just turned. No, that's... Oh, and he's back. Okay. It all worked out. It's all perfect. He's going to hold this shot and do it late to ensure that his position is not found. MIBR want to keep their guns anyway, build up their own money. And so they will. Round on the board for MIBR and TYLOO. It was only a bonus, right? 4 SMGs, 1 rifle. It's okay. They get out with the rifle, and now they can buy up around it. So TYLOO still looking to bite back onto MIBR's first rifle round. That was a really solid A take. TYLOO just unfortunately didn't have the setup for it. They were playing for the SMGs down on lower. DanKing's got the AWP and the mid spawn Harry. It's the best of both worlds. He's going right in for it, looking for the early pick. No Molotov. He wants them to fight him, but flashed off the angle. Got to retreat back to the toilets. Meanwhile, BnTeT has the long control, so there's no gaps in this round for TYLOO. MIBR throwing the nades at B, and often you'll execute off the back of lobbing the double nades on the boost, but instead they reset to con and try and regain A control. It's very early in the round. They have more than enough time to do this.
Been very measured so far, right? As they're kind of fanning out and taking all this map control to recommit back into a site later. In doing so, though, they might run into this AWP that's been lying in wait at the A bomb site. DanKing has opened up the round finally. We have this little kind of extended break in the action while MIBR were slowly but surely taking map control. And now finally that first kill rings out from TYLOO's AWP. That's going to send MIBR down into this B site. Currently 3 players here for TYLOO, and DanKing's even moving down with this AWP, so it's about to get even harder for MIBR. They've now got to get past 3 players in the site and an AWP covering the cross, even though they've dealt with slowly, with only 20 seconds left as this push comes in. They've got their work cut out for them. It's a good flashbang. Turtle gonna capitalize on it. If they can catch the bomb crossing, they could win the round. TYLOO, they've got one chance to make this one happen. Bomb goes into the site. The denial will come through as Summer lines them up and knocks them down. So there's TYLOO onto a third, successfully repelling that B play. And it all starts with DanKing getting stuck in early on that AWP.
Everyone's blind in that round, right? T's and CT's lobbing flashes a second apart, and so almost didn't stop that plant in time, but good stuff on the mow down in the B site. And despite some well-placed utility to even get MIBR on top of it, not going to be enough to get that bonus money. Left to the pistols instead. Bits and bobs. BnTeT with full mid control. You don't always want to hang around just in case someone snuck past or ran through the Molotov. We saw that happen yesterday in the Vitality game. So BnTeT safely backs all the way up to ensure pistols won't be his demise, and is covered by his teammate with the AWP. Only 2 deagles. These are the big ticket items to try and find opening kills.
Oh, dude, you see TYLOO do this sometimes. He's like little solo late monster lurks, normally a little more fruitful than that. And, you know, a kill with a deagle there. Can't overstate enough how much that can, like, make this round get really weird. Normally, if the Deegs get the first kill, these rounds end up going a lot closer than you would ever imagine, right? You kind of start scrambling players around, you get nervous. Ooh. Luckily enough, DanKing don't care for no deagles, man. He's got that AWP and he's homed in on the long angle. Yeah, at this point, after getting that first kill, I'm now, like, very optimistic that TYLOO should just walk away with this nice and easy.
Oh,
yeah, a little ugly from BnTeT, but that's where DanKing's here to, like, really light them up and put on a bit of a show with the AWP. With some light help from Summer on that rotate, TYLOO don't really break a sweat. And so now up 4-1, this CT side certainly living up to the hype to open up Overpass.
Yeah, beautiful shooting from DanKing in that round. Great micro adjustments on that last kill especially. Almost collatted them. And he whoops them. So, gun round now for MIBR. Got to put their money where their mouth is. TYLOO doing what we, I don't even want to say prophesized, what we hoped for, what we needed out of this team. Starting strong on their defense on a map that they, you know, have played frequently in the past. So, I'm a little more optimistic after watching the beginning of this game, but MIBR not going to go down without a fight. Meanwhile, B-Stream update for you folks at home.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Order have taken the first map over Imperial.
Oh, they're going to ruin the dream, aren't they?
I think they are, Harry.
But it's fine. I'm all down for Order to find some success as well. Right, MIBR, this is looking like a faster B play. TYLOO are more than ready for this though, right? They've started 4 strong down towards this B side of the map, even pop flashing themselves in to try and take short control. The fact that they've gotten out here with the man advantage in a 5v4 is big. I don't know how attackers survived that. And now MIBR, you might hit this point soon where you can no longer commit to the B play, and it feels like we're at that junction now, right? And this is super awkward. You just dedicated all your resources to trying to take short, to try to get out Monster. Yeah, they still have a good bit of util left, but at this point, TYLOO know what your intentions were. They know what real estate you have, and so they're going to keep a good deal of players down here towards this B bomb site. Slowly's just saved attacker's life, and I like this bait and switch at the barrels. I really do. Like, attacker's super low, so they're still trying to get some versatility out of him, still trying to have him have some impact past his 1 kill to open up the round.
They're about to re-molly it, Harry. He's dead. Attacker is absolutely cooked, unless he runs. But even then, they're going to catch him on his retreat. Nice call for MIBR to hold off and wait for that re-molly, and they get the double entry off the back of it. Some are still here putting up a storm, but BnTeT's gone after 1. It's a 2-on-2. MIBR can plant default. Nothing can stop them. But as soon as they get off the plant, Summer's moving up. That smoke provides cover. The AWP has to hit this immediate shot, and it will. DanKing flashing the monster peak, but Exit has wrapped all the way around to short. He's got the element of surprise right now. They've cleared it. Now they've got their eyes on the prize. Tap, plenty of time. Exit has to fight, and he will lose it. 5-1 now to TYLOO, as they are looking far more effective than any map we've seen out of them so far at this tournament. DanKing's having a ball. And some cool little ideas there for TYLOO. I do like the bait and switch, even if MIBR had the solution, had the answer for it.
So Hugo, how are you feeling about this one?
I don't want to get ahead of myself, Harry, because there's 2 halves to play. And if TYLOO have proven anything in the 2 maps we've seen them, it's those T sides are just rubbish right now. You know, they're going to need quite the streak here in this first half if they want to get my attention.
All right, I like that. Very serious, very stern.
High stakes. Grass-fed cows.
Let's see, that should be your new in-game name. Stakes.
Stakes.
Because then I can say high stakes.
High stakes, high. Stakes here.
Oh, a little Rumbu status spawn. All right, TYLOO, I see you with the good timing on the mid play. Going to extinguish that molly and looking to play through it. Now, BnTeT wants to face this. There's a double. That's kind of vintage BnTeT coming on the scene right there. Goes pushing in mid and is able to cut his way through MIBR. Both TYLOO and TYLOO on the receiving end of that mid push. And things now get very awkward for MIBR. Kind of similar to last time where they tried to pump and dump this B side of the map. They've made their presence known, they made their intentions known, and they don't really get anything out of it. They don't have control over the wards toilets. They've still got to fight for that as far as they're concerned. And they're now in this 3v5. It's problematic because this AWP on DanKing has not only looked good out of the gate, but Overpass is such a good AWPing map for this CT side to just go through the motions. He can take a shot here. He can fall back to outside of toilets, take a shot at short, fall back in towards the truck. He's got a lot of options, and if he just kind of goes through the motions of AWPing here, he could win the round for TYLOO single-handedly.
Yeah, just so hard to trade the AWP. That's the big problem. As long as he can hit his first bullet. DanKing's so far been good to do that, but he has been crept upon in the toilet. The shadow gives it away. He knows what's up. Looking for the boost. Catches one of them. 2 for DanKing. Why back up when you can move forward? 2 will do, but a third is in the back of his mind.
Wallbang him, you won't.
He's going to clear the corner. He's about to no-scope this guy. Okay, he stepped. It's not gone well. BnTeT's tucked in, though, and Exit did not see him get in the corner. He is alone right now. Won't move off of the flash. Will walk out late and will win the round. BnTeT looking a lot better right now. He first had my curiosity. Well, now TYLOO have got my attention. honestly, all this says to me is go B. BnTeT and DanKing on that top site, terrifying twosome to run into for MIBR. They're learning that the hard way.
Yeah, and I like that BnTeT's going to get off to a good start here. I think that's only going to reflect in his performances and cooling in the second half on the T side, which is a big deal, man. It really is. Like, when he struggles, it feels like it's just the beginning of a downward spiral, right? And there's no real getting out of it. When he's like this is where he's scary, this is where he's deadly. Nades in Monster and slowly doubles up, might be blinded. But the nade was timed well, it slowed them down getting out of that smoke, and they couldn't capitalize on the flashbang as a result. Slowly he's kind of hung out to dry. Attacker just left him like, I know you're mid-reload, bud, but good luck. Seems like this is a you problem and not a me problem. And that's allowed MIBR to find a 3v4. You're still not too worried if you're TYLOO. There's definitely a world in which, you know, if MIBR try to milk this round for all it's worth, maybe they can get out with a plant right now. TYLOO are very scared about the recommit into this B play. And so they're going to keep a good few bodies down here, leaving this A bomb site solely to BnTeT.
I trust in BnTeT right now, though. Already pretty much outperforming his previous map. We're only 7 rounds in. They're going to move up long, and he's already called for Summer to move on up. Enough time has passed that TYLOO know their timings. BnTeT's scared that they're even close, playing as passive as he can on default. Going to go for some info. It's misinfo, though. They're moving up long. Jota with the Mac 10. Tight on the corner. You have to commit very wide to check this angle. So BnTeT's just going to hold off for the eventual hit with no flashes. With 10 seconds, he looks the wrong way, and he still flicks back to win the fight. 3 kills for BnTeT. It's beautiful, all right. 7-1. And this is the TYLOO we've been waiting to see all damn tournament. 7-1, MIBR's map pick. Where's their T side?
It's so predictable, though, man. It's CT side all or nothing for TYLOO.
Yeah.
Like, that's really how this has been working. And hell, man, to give them credit, at least when they get these CT starts, they really do like relish in that opportunity. That opportunity is soaked in relish. It's soggy from
Delicious.
all the relish on it.
What can this T-side AWP do? Right now it's holding a long push. TYLOO haven't been super aggressive in this CT side, although I say that slowly runs through the monster smoke, and look what he's done to him. Shot in the back of the head is Jota.
Also, I think the CT side for TYLOO on Overpass is actually like one of the maps where they look most like they've drawn inspiration from European squads. I can never move past that. There's a lot of kind of signature moves here that we see top EU teams break out. The double monster push through the monster smoke is a great example of that. So is that little smooth moves jumping mid-nade, if you know the one I'm on about. They do a lot of this stuff, even occasionally like blowing the condor off and playing around with that. You know, these are all little features that TYLOO bring to the table, and so I do like watching their CT side here on this map. Right now, they're in another one of these 5-on-3s. They went out, they sought some opening kills, and it's put MIBR in a very rough spot. At a bare minimum, if they go into B, there's actually only 2 players here right now. If you're TYLOO, you're looking for these B players to just trade favorably, right? To try and go 2 for 2.
Oh my.
1 isn't bad, but you'd want more than that to really safeguard this round. Let's see if they can do it. The open is found for Cello, and with support from Exit, they've dealt with this B hold. It's only Attacker left standing, trapped down in the pit, but he's still firing off, still trying to take out heads. Plant now coming in. There's nothing he can do about it. TYLOO moving in for the retake. The AWP's now been removed, and so this is going to fall to Exit solo in what was a 1v3. He knows about that AWP in heaven, and he knows that Attacker was down in the water. He's going to keep himself tucked in behind the pillar. Not an easy round for Exit. Not an easy round by any means. No idea where these players have gotten to, and they're very close to him now, but he's playing with the timings. He's got a good read on this situation. Cool head on his shoulders. DanKing's on the bomb. There's the denial, and Exit's now just trying to play with the time. Attacker goes up, goes over, and also goes down. It's Exit with a big round. A 1v3 goes his way, and it's 4 in total to find MIBR their second.
The reason that's so good is he never leaves the pillar, right? Last time he was in that 1v2, what he did was wrap Monster back to short. TYLOO checked Monster. They think he's done the same thing. Exit trusts his cover, and TYLOO completely misread it. They smoked the bomb. It's not a bad play there, but Exit's still on the site. He's able to get that kill, and then just disappear into the mist. I love how he's played that up against 2. That's a sick clutch. And TYLOO, nothing can be done about it. Stolen for the palm of their hand. My oh my. Beautiful entry work and the closes to boot. Exit does them dirty, and MIBR find a gun round after all. Better late than never. Still, those 2 top side players looking ludicrous, especially in the numbers, 12 and 4 on both BnTeT and DanKing. And MIBR seem to have found their solution, but the money's still not great. Winning a 1v1 is going to keep them down. 2 AKs. Only 1 molly in middle this time. They're going to get all the way to playground. BnTeT starts solo A, scared of a B rush out of the gate. MIBR nothing of the sort. It's a 3-1-1 default. Moving up long, very quick. This position has often been empty when MIBR have gone there. And so they are very far ahead of BnTeT's expectations, but he gets a jiggle in and forces a shot out of them. Nice bit of info gathering for TYLOO. It should pull back this B setup, but that's exactly what MIBR wants. I expect them to end B in this round. Back through the Monster side at the minute mark. The only problem is here they only have 1 set of utility, 1 flashbang, so it's all got to be perfect here for MIBR. Slowly trying to find that smoke. Good catch. Very important if there was a Molotov and barrels yet again, but that's not the case. 40 seconds. And TYLOO have read this one completely wrong. They've moved 4 players up A.
Yeah, that means this B hold is on the shoulders of just 1 guy. Even though he's got support starting to make its way around from CT, make no mistake, slowly he's got to do the heavy lifting. His teammates will get into the water in time, and with this smoke down, this electronic smoke dropped, he's given himself a bit of breathing room here. Now all his teammates have moved in as well. This is going to be a real brawl on the smoke fade. Summer trades it favorably and even looks for a little bit more. Does bite off more than he can chew, but attack is here. Big old teeth as he chomps them down. TYLOO up onto 8, and the CT side, yeah, you know, they forego that 1 round, but they immediately come in with some answers, don't they? MIBR having a grind for everything they get.
That was a weird one, but a lot of it comes down to the lack of util, right? That as you said, that electronic smoke comes out, and MIBR just decide to wait for it. They don't feel like they have any other option. They don't want to wrap the left side of pillar and be open to an AWP in heaven, or all those players coming out of graffiti, which is reasonable, but they just didn't have the time to wait for that fade. They go 1 for 1 on it, and then by that point, everyone for TYLOO is ready to fight. Fast pistols through the connector. BnTeT out on an island. Got to watch his back here. Oh, he's been spotted. Turtle knows exactly what's up, and BnTeT doesn't realize he's been spotted, but he's going to back up into that fight. Taken down by the pistol has given Turtle a weapon. DanKing now alone. The first true test of this AWP on the A site with no support, and it won't even be a test that he will be put through as MIBR again decide to fall back into what's worked both times, this B bomb site. Very hard position to clear on slowly, but you are committed. You are here till death. He has to multi-kill, or this round could come crumbling down.
Yeah, this position's always good for 1, sometimes good for 2, sometimes good for 3. And occasionally, very occasionally, maybe a 4th, but doesn't look like we're going to get blessed with that one today. It is just Exit left up in this 1v4. And so TYLOO looking to safeguard this big old lead, not going to let the pistols break their way through the B hold. MIBR turned to dust. Gun retrieved, exit,
Oh, no.
and try and get something done with it, but the reload is far from ideal, and I like that they run at him there, honestly, right? Don't give him the room to play that 1v4. Kind of, you know, big-esque, it's how they often deal with clutches, is just trying to face that last man altogether. They peeked him from the short tunnel on Monster.
Yeah. I do think that's the only way you lose that round, right? If he mows you down with the M4.
No, but the short guy was pushing, and you probably heard the reload. Like, there's no way he doubles up Monster and flicks to short and just nails everyone in the 20-bullet mag of an A1S.
I guess
He's
you're right.
just reloaded.
I guess you're right. Oh!
5-man boost. Let's see
get it. Over the tippity top. No one in heaven, though. He's looking for the jump up. Also not a factor. There is simply not a kill presented. That's sad, but it does mean they can save it for later. Despite TYLOO not knowing about that setup, they still push short water and find Jota early alone, just trying to get control back. That's the danger of the 5-man boost. Your spawns are really delayed for every player, and so slowly had a lot more room than Jota was ready for. With a door off again, the tendency you've noted that TYLOO like to do. They're going to get that free peek from B, that free information. DanKing wide on divider. Needs to pick the right angle. Flashed off though. Still wants to get some value out of this deep divider position, but MIBR again, skirt to long. And once more, this position is completely unaccounted for by TYLOO. DanKing is still here. So many timings, and he's going to catch a favorable one. Exit gone. DanKing is dirty. He will finally get punished for hanging around after his double kill, but TYLOO needs to do a lot more to win this round, and he doesn't check slowly on long, combined with the fact that BnTeT comes back up connector. It's a 10-round half at a worst-case scenario for TYLOO. This is just unbelievably good right now.
Yeah, man. It's so... It really just has to be the sides, like, because it's like a proper dice roll whether or not TYLOO are going to look like themselves in these games, and the only way that they seem to resemble the team that we know is when they get to play these CT sides. And I said, you know, in that little pre-match segment, I said I think they kind of need, like, bare minimum 10-5, and hell, man, they've locked that in right now. So World's their oyster. You know, there comes a point where once they get enough CT rounds, they don't need a lot of successes in that second half of play. And the pistol, you know, with this kind of a lead, can be enough to just lock MIBR out of this map. The fact that MIBR's money's broken again is far from ideal. TYLOO is making life hell for TYLOO in this round, though, with the hero AK. Doubles up in con, that's guns dropped over that MIBR are able to grab. Only one of them is retrievable right now. But if this ends at B, there's a third A1S over at short that someone could try and get their hands on. MIBR are slowly but surely arming themselves. Util gets spotted getting lobbed over by Summer pushing Monster. But with no push coming from the back of it, and with only one guy spotted, that actually could be almost like misinformation, right? You might start to believe that this is a fake with MIBR going quiet for so long now. Seems like they want to stick to their guns, though, doesn't it? Keeping this double hold down on B, and it is the right decision to make. This push is going to come in the final, 20 seconds. They're going to wait for these smokes. Oh, dear, that's no longer an option. Oh, no, actually. It was the molly going into the smoke, so it went out. Never mind. They will come in with this 20-second push. Up through the short side, out through Monster, and DanKing's even here as well. He's suddenly going to have to do this all alone. MIBR have found both players inside of the site, and there isn't really anything this AWP can be expected to do here in the 1v3.
Yeah, nice shot, but wallbang from B short. That is painful. What a way to go out. Also, damn, was it Summer or Slowly? I think it was Summer. He's Monster. The smoke comes in heaven. What does he do? He flicks to look at heaven to see what smokes come in. And at that point, he gets pushed from Monster. Why is he looking at the smoke? Well, it's not that important. But it completely puts his aim off guard, and then he just gets walked on through the Monster. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a mess of a round anyway, thanks to TYLOO's double opener with the AK, but TYLOO did not make that round easy on themselves either with a missed Molotov and looking away at the just wrong time.
I actually think MIBR now might just 5-10 this half.
Yeah?
Because usually, right, TYLOO, I look at him, I've said this, and I think MIBR even echoed this in an interview, that he's kind of the guy who decides like the emotions within the team. He's very much like the loudest dude. He's also the most tenured, the most experienced. And so when he gives you a round like that with a hero AK, I think that's going to put a bit of wind in the sails of MIBR. I think TYLOO's going to be hyping the guys up now. Let's see if they can keep the good times rolling in. TYLOO are employing this quad toilet setup. This is something we saw them do yesterday versus Vitality on this CT side. And what happened there was ZywOo snuck through this smoke and actually bypassed it. And it's happened again. TYLOO's in the back line, makes it past this quad toilet hold, and is now behind enemy lines. He might get wrapped on by Summer. If he strikes now, the timing's good, but it's just a second too late. TYLOO going on a tear. A third man lies in wait that he was not ready for, but he's done enough in this round. He's kept a lot of attention up at A, and so now MIBR just need to finish what he started by taking this B side.
TYLOO realised they've worked it right out. They've already dropped the AWP into position. Slowly has a nice wide off angle, and DanKing's flashed into the pit. Oh, it's very oppressive. MIBR 25 seconds to get this plant, and they don't know how close TYLOO are. AWP is gone, slowly swings out. He dies, but they still don't know about this AWP. Maybe they heard the scope. BnTeT gonna walk it. DanKing providing all the attention cover, all that they need. BnTeT traded, and DanKing goes to close. TYLOO pick it up just about. That few seconds of delay for MIBR to walk through Monster gave just enough time for DanKing to set up, and he is the guy to close the round. Beautiful shooting by TYLOO in toilet, but it matters not. That 10-5 is no longer an option for MIBR. Scraps, Harry. That's all they've got. Turtles obviously having a bit of a stinker here, 2-13. Not made matters any easier.
No, it really hasn't. And, you know, that last round is going to hurt because you really believe that TYLOO had done enough. He's got to try and replicate these phenomenal rounds again, right? Doubling up in both of the last two. Jota, there's two of them here, but he plays the trigger discipline. An attacker checks for it, Exit's doing everything he can, and he will double up on the short side. Bomb outside a Monster, and there's the invitation. BnTeT Enazan with that AWP has given them a path into the B site. Him and Exit left up in this one, turning it to a 2v2. And on the other side, they got the two TYLOO big boys coming in, BnTeT and DanKing for the retake.
And they lands nowhere. Exit's up close in the pit. BnTeT Enazan fighting for that first shot, and if he lands it, it's good as done. What? He landed it? I guess I lied. It's not a kill, it's only a connection. Exit's still in prime position to win this round. BnTeT Enazan just trying to buy time. BnTeT swaps to the AWP. They want a retake against Vitality exactly like this, but Exit, oh my goodness, getting jumped upon. BnTeT flies, pirouettes through the air. DanKing with the time against him, sprays, can't convert. He has a kit, but he's got to go right here and right now, and he's getting played with right below him. I don't know, he might have it. This could be 12-3. I think DanKing's just won the clutch. Oh, what a robbery. Sick half for TYLOO. After a very disappointing couple of maps, they are poised and ready to win their first in Cologne.
Well, we said that TYLOO had to give us something special here on a CT half, and they've done exactly that, right? Really leading the charge on this one, up 12-3, and I think their best odds to close this out and take us to Dust 2 as the decider really do hinge on just winning the pistol, putting all those worries to bed, Hugo, because if they don't get it, and if we rely on them having to like take this in rifle rounds and head-to-heads, I think that's where the problems are going to show their hand. MIBR, they need to have their second wind here and now, or else this is all up in the air on Dust 2, and it's certainly a good start for the Brazilian squad. 2 over in middle, and DanKing still offering up some resistance. Now, this is the bomb. If BnTeT Enazan can drop it from Con, it would have been lovely. However, a bit of room given to DanKing. He can get out of there now. He's actually dropped the bomb over towards Party. Yeah. I hope he just takes it and goes B. Everyone else is kind of leaning B right now for TYLOO.
They're leaving. Oh, okay. They got spotted. It was almost Mega Brain, but MIBR have actually seen what's going on, and now TYLOO almost have to fake another B play, like they're not going to leave. This is so strange, and not an easy round of call, but BnTeT has got to put something together for the boys. 3 on 4. They regroup back in middle. A lot of ground to clear is the main problem, and MIBR could be anywhere. But once they've done that, 2 smokes, 2 flashes, it's a hearty execute available for TYLOO. Shots need to be hit, and Exit is here to do exactly that, jumping solo right now, but as soon as he gets a spot, he's going to call TYLOO, who can lob a flashbang from CT, and maybe set him up for a kill here. TYLOO don't want to show anything until they're committed, and now they finally will. Smokes and flashes over the top. Attacker barrel spotted. Exit can't clean it up though, and Attacker's got the entry, and now the bomb site. TYLOO can stick that plant. DanKing risking it all with the bomb many a time. Flank denied, and now TYLOO are on for the pistol.
Turning this around from the slow start over in mid, and now making magic happen. TYLOO hoping to get Overpass over the line, and they know that this pistol round could do exactly that. Yeah. DanKing, the man who overstayed his welcome in middle, is the man to close it all out. A hat trick for him, and TYLOO up onto 13 for MIBR. It might be time to abandon ship and turn their attention towards Dust 2, because this one is well and truly getting away from them. It's all going to hinge on either upsetting with a force buy or winning everything from the moment the rifles come out, and never having like one mistake get punished by the opposition.
Yeah, I don't even want to be proven right at this point. I just want TYLOO to get a map on the board. I just want them to take something here, but you'd like to think at 13-3 up against pistols, this is it. This is the time to shine for TYLOO. And a reassuring time, in fact, considering how just dominant this game is as well. They're going to take long. Like that molly on the tree from Party. Clearing out a spot that you've got to check manually. If a CT wants to hide, they can, all the way. MIBR holding these monster nades, but TYLOO are already up long, very deep. If they rotate quick, they could lob the nades on default A, but they've got to go now. They've started to shuffle BnTeT Enazan, finding that information as quick as he can. Maybe he can catch a knife kill. Yeah, he's gone for it. I love this. Cool, but spam through the smoke. Unfortunate stuff. Maybe his leg got spotted. Are these nades going to land in the right place? They're getting them ready to lob, but too little, too late. Only damage, and that will not be enough. You need kills, and they're coming to you. Attacker in the back line. Oh, bye-bye, Exit. And this should just be a bit of a mowdown, a bit of a mauling for TYLOO. On to 14 rounds now, and this is their map.
Yeah, dude, like this round is a lot of pressure for MIBR, because even though they're coming in with guns, it's still got limitations. You know, this third round buy, it always comes with a couple of caveats. You're not going to have head armor to facilitate extra utility, to get the kits out. You might not have kits at all if you're going for like a util heavy round where you don't want to be, don't want to even plan for a retake. And so, yeah, man, that's going to make, the MAC-10, the Galil that much more deadly to a good few of these guys. It also means you're like super limited if you are left retaking, because there aren't any kits in play. So MIBR, you need to win this one, and you need to win it in the gunfights to open the round. If you're left retaking here, you won't have the ability to sustain that. TYLOO looking like they just want to go for an all-in B commit, an all-in punish.
Yeah, it's what worked for MIBR. It's what got them their couple of rounds on this lower site. Got 2 players here. BnTeT and Sam can come in quick from connector, but right now he's pushing a flank that will mean nothing in the long term. Smokes are ready. Flashes go over. Turtle having a bit of a mare. Needs to step up big. He gets a 1-for-1. Exit not cleared. They've run right by him, and the molly is perfect. On top of Summer, finding this double opener. TYLOO are poised for another round, and maybe for the map. It's only Jota a long way away. And this is 15, whether you like it or not. TYLOO coming in with a statement game right now, and looking to send us to Dust 2, the finale of this BO3 series.
Yeah, which is certainly cool, man. Like, I'm glad that we actually got to see TYLOO perform at what I would consider to be their level here, right? Like, we were kind of saying in like the post matches before, it feels like they've just underperformed in both of these maps, really, that we've seen them play so far. And so finally, we kind of have a more harmonized TYLOO, a TYLOO that's looking more like the team that we were hyping up coming into this. They even hunt down Jota right at the very end.
What? He right-clicked as well. He was taking the silencer off. I think slowly wanted the knife, but realizing like he's up against the wall, I'm not going to get the backstab, I should just take the kill. And yeah,
if only he knew he was going to remove the silencer, then he definitely could have done.
I think he jumped. I think he really panicked there. That's so funny.
Poor guy.
That's so funny.
Poor guy, Joe. Look at this.
Jump scare. 15-3, and they've just got to do the dirty, do their due diligence. End this before it even begins. Oh, it's a hot Summer. Not going to get that smoke down, just waits for it instead. Scout, not even an AWP. And it's going to get avoided by another long take for TYLOO. As much as MIBR found the gap here, TYLOO will do the same. And a flashbang will, or should, end Cello's round. He looks away, but it's timing based, and they might just contact. They've stepped. He knows. Oh. He's hurt. They're going to clear him.
Checked.
Yeah, easy peasy. This is it, folks. Lock it in. 2 more. TYLOO here to play.
Yeah. I mean, this is us going to Dust 2, unless like BnTeT and Enazan can just dominate with the scout. But
it's done.
Let's see, right? He's over in the toilets, trapped at Divider. TYLOO, an entirely different beast to the one that they just faced on Inferno. And it might be too much for these 2 remaining players to bear. That's a nice opener, at least, to give you a bit of a leg to stand on in this retake. But it's still so far from ideal. Oh, there's the scout with another. All right, he's ready. He's ready for the long peek. Oh my God, onto the AK now. He's armed, he's dangerous, he's deadly. Going up, going over. BnTeT makes contact next. BnTeT Enazan cannot trade. And so BnTeT, the man at the helm of TYLOO, is there to close 16-3. Far better from the TYLOO squad. This is all going to get settled on Dust, which is coming up in just a moment, so don't go anywhere.